Hello everyone, welcome back to another episode of Insomnia Builder Season 3. Last time we had done kind of a bulk recording session, so I don't quite remember everything we did. I know we did quite a bit of base touring. I think the very last thing we did was set up this micro slash, very simple cow farm. This one's not meant to cook anything. I've gotten it up to a point where I have the max number of entities in there now, so if I go ahead and breed them with wheat, I'll get leather and beef drops as well. I put up some walls around here because what was happening is the more and more of them that were up here, they would actually push me back. Oh, that was funny. I think I got close enough that I actually counted towards the cap there maybe for a second. I saw one die. But yeah, they were pushing me back, so I put a little bit of a wall so I can't fall off now. But yeah, that seems to be working pretty good. We're up to 16 leather, 48 raw beef, so that's not too shabby. Otherwise, we have a field full of mostly grown crops, other than maybe one or two, three different spots that I can see just from a quick glance. Otherwise, I did quite a bit of work in the nether. I died due to some phantoms as well. I died a few times, so I think my death totals up to 3 or 4 now. I had found ChinBat. I think I had mentioned that before the last episode. But I had made this area. It's still not gas-proof, so we have to watch out. But I'd set up some of these signs. So basically that this is my portal. If you're coming from this bridge, Fire Forester and Chaos are all this way. If you're coming this way, then Hanzo and ChinBat's are both that way. Over here shouldn't be any different. It's still just these 3 portals, where that's the zombie spawner, that's Chaos off in the distance, and this is Fire and Forester here. I think only Fire's name is on that. We might have to change it at some point, put Forester on there as well. But I ended up making this bridge, and I set up this portal over here for Hanzo. He had set one up on his side, but it was linking up to mine. And when he would go back through, it would go to my base. So if you're coming this way, ChinBat straight ahead, Hanzo and World Spawn are both this direction. If you're coming from this direction, this way, myself, Forester, Fire, Chaos are that way, Hanzo, World Spawn are that way. So this should now work, bring you back to Hanzo's space. We're going to jump over here real quick because it's been a little bit since we had last looked at it. Maybe. Okay, here we go. So this used to be the map room that we had seen in that previous episode. It's now a portal room. Otherwise, I don't know if much has changed. He has a map of ChinBat's area, just of like his base. I don't know if he's probably gonna add that to the map room eventually. I don't know, but he had like a episode 1.5 that came out where he was just kind of stalking ChinBat. He went undetected for like almost 15 minutes, I think. So that was pretty interesting as well. He has a AFK fish farm design here. This looks like the older one. I guess it still works. I guess I never tried it, but this looks to be the one that we had been using in the past. And he's obviously gotten some stuff from that. So that's obviously working for him. If we go down here, this is different. Okay, so he set this up. Looks like he's doing a simple observer sugarcane farm. So he's looking to get it 3 high, and then really just like as long as one goes 3 high, the whole side's going to go off. This is pretty easy, pretty simple design. That looks pretty good to me. I would personally probably put some like blocks in front of it because this might get pushed outside of this hopper area. But he's probably doing pretty good on research. Yeah, it's been working. So it's doing what he needs. Honestly, that might be one of the things that we work on either today or in one of the very next episodes, is building one of those ourselves. And honestly, I'm not 100% sure what design we're going to go with yet, but sounds like a good idea to me. The map has moved down here because he's looking to build more rooms down this way. And so the map is turned this way. Yes. His is not popping up on the map anymore. Hanzo's base should be here, I think. I don't know if his banner just wasn't down when he... Or maybe it's here. I don't know. But either way, he doesn't seem to be on the map anymore. Otherwise, I'm there. And everything else should look to be about the same. The nice thing is that this room's big enough that he could probably expand this way a little bit, and he should be able to fit Hanzo on somewhere over, or not Hanzo, fit ChinBat on somewhere over this direction, because that's kind of where he is somewhere here-ish. Maybe a few more blocks that way. But yeah, and then I didn't really go down much of any further, but I think, yeah, from down here, I think that's just a mine shaft from there. So I think that's about all there is to see here, but yeah, Hanzo's doing a good job at getting his base up and going. He's gotten some automated farms going as well, which is kind of where I want to head. I know I have the simple cow farm, but I would like to get both I want to get a micro farm that we can do wheat in. I want to also do automated sugarcane as well. The only problem with doing like the micro wheat farm is that it requires quite a bit of bone meal, and we don't have a skeleton spawner, and I don't know of anybody that does so far. So might have to get together with some other people and either look into it, see if they have one, or whatever, go exploring until we find one, because it would be real helpful if we did. So I also dug this out. So Chin's base is way over here. He was what, 900 blocks, 800 blocks away from us. So you know, even in the Nether, it's quite the trek, but it's not too bad. You go over here. Hopefully, don't have a gas that just wants to blow our face off as soon as we get over here. Oh, there's something else here in the Nether already. I don't know what that is. That was not here last time, so we might have to go check that out. Otherwise, that doesn't go anywhere. It turns here. So Chin's is just down on a lower level, is where his spit out at. You know, he might want to raise it up to our level, our Y height at some point, but we'll see. Be very careful because I hear him, and this is a wide open area, so I wouldn't be surprised if he shoots. All right. Oh, this is nice and secure. That's good. And I guess we'll go and look at Chin's base real quick. That's one of the bases that we didn't actually look at last time because there was no way to get to him through the Nether at that point, and I was not going to go on a long boat ride. So I died at Chin's base due to some of the phantoms. The phantoms apparently chase you underwater and will dive bomb. They had first started following me when I was looking at that up there when he was building it. I jumped down the water and they came chasing after me. I thought going in the water would be good enough. It was not. So that was one of my deaths right there. Otherwise, Chin's off to a pretty good start. So he's got, you know, some manual stuff going on with the pumpkins and with the sugarcane. He's got like a manual tree farm here as well. And quite a few skeletons. I see one there, and I saw one down the... Oh, he was down that hallway. He must have disappeared or despawned. He had an AFK fish farm out here in the front as well. We had actually left him a gift of a max enchanted fishing rod so that he could help him get started with it. So we left him kind of a care package here at one point as well that had some like cooked fish, and I left him like 4 enchanted books as well. Not that he really needs it, because now, you know, he's had a chance to do some AFK fishing himself, and I know that he has quite a few things. His chests are very well sorted as well, much better than mine. No books. Oh, he's got several chests for books, so he's got quite a bit. And so, like I said, he probably didn't really need those ones that we gave him, but, you know, that was early on. He's got at least one mending, if not a few now, so definitely a good start for him. He's got up here, this is a mob farm. I don't quite I didn't like ask him about what the design was or how it worked or whatever. We need to watch out. We might actually get attacked here pretty soon. But let's take a look up here before we get attacked. No, I just left the previous night. I should be fine. This looks like where the drops go for... You can't open that chest right there, can you? I don't know if he thought about that. And items I don't think can pass through that either. I don't think they can... I don't know. That might be an oversight because those chests can't open. I don't think items can pass through chests that are blocked like that either. I'm not 100% sure on that. I might be wrong. But otherwise, yeah, this looks like a pretty decent design. They're going to spawn up there and then fall down onto these magma blocks. You have these hopper mine carts. They can actually pull through an entire block. So that's how you're going to pick up the items that are there. And let's see. It looks like, are there mine carts on both sides? There must be. Must be on both sides. Or they turn around at the end. I can't tell. And do maybe two passes each. I'm not sure. But yeah. Otherwise, it looks like a pretty cool design, I think. Like I said, I might have to talk to him about that. Or he'll probably figure out pretty fast that maybe that doesn't work. Or maybe it does and I'm just crazy. Because obviously there's some items here in these chests. So maybe it's working just fine and I'm just a lunatic. Because I honestly don't know. I thought if you couldn't open a chest that items couldn't pass through. But that obviously appears to not be the case. So let's go back this way. Let's go. I try to keep a bed on me at all times now, so that I can sleep on the go. But we will go down here. Maybe we'll set up our bed real quick and sleep, and then we'll go back into the Nether and check out maybe that ladder. I wonder if that ladder maybe goes up to the top. Looks like there might be a portal up there, so that might be his way of getting all the way up there to the top. Let's take this bed. Let's put it down. Let's eat, and then let's sleep. Real quick. Punch that. There we go. Oh, I didn't even sleep. I ate, and then I broke the bed. What am I doing? Jesus. At least I realized it, like... Goddamn. Alright. So we got that. We only have 15 torches. That might have been from when I died. I might not have gotten everything back. But yeah, so this is Chin's place. I know he's got like some more stuff going on, like in these different tunnels. Like this one is more open over here, and I think this leads down to his main like area. Pretty impressive. You know, I know he's going to end up building a lot of big structures and big farms this season. So definitely something and somebody to look out for. Let's go check out that top side. I think that's exactly what it is. I think this leads up to the top of his farm. Turn around and kind of look out the sides here. But yeah. No, pretty neat. Takes a while to climb up these ladders, but it works, I suppose. There's different elevator designs maybe that could work here too. I'm not super knowledgeable about them though, so we'll see. All stuff to look into. All right. Yep, that's exactly what this is. This is the AFK point up here. It looks like he uses a... Oh, he does cactus farming up here as well. Oh, geez. He does some cactus farming up here as well. There's a boat. I don't understand this. And this is... Oh, he moved his AFK fish farm up here as well. Okay. So this is kind of becoming his AFK spot, as it would seem. I don't know where... Okay, those are hopper chains going around to... Where? Are they feeding into the same line? Maybe? I don't know. We're going to find out. He's probably emptied them out. Yeah. So it looks like... Okay, I did not mean to go all the way down here. So it looks like both the cactus drops and his fishing drops all drop into the same hopper chain up here. This chest off to the side just maybe is his miscellaneous like storage chest. It looks like he keeps a boat in there. For now anyway. But yeah, no, that's pretty neat because that way he can do cactus, he can do fishing, and I imagine once he when he turns the farm on down below, this is the optimal spot to stand, so he's getting the mob drops down below as well. Let's jump down here for a minute. Take a look at the top of the farm. There we go. So this... I'm not going to touch it, but I imagine this is probably what turns the whole farm on, and it looks like this is maybe a form of a clock of some kind. This is probably what dictates how long the water stream should be going. If you can hear the water going right now, maybe you can, maybe you can't. My sounds might be down too low, but I can hear the water going right now, which means that the farm is going to be off. So I don't know if there's any good way I can jump off this without hitting, maybe off this side. Let's say I could go back upstairs and go into the portal, but, oh, here we go. We can jump off the side. But, yeah, there's water on all those platforms, so that would do it. Alright, let's swim. And so, yeah, that's Chin's area. That's like the last area that we hadn't really checked out yet. So, we've now kind of seen where everybody's at here in the server at the moment. And yeah, so it's good to kind of catch up and know that. The other thing to maybe point out as well, maybe I should have said earlier on in the episode, is that I guess earlier today I got notification or clarification that we're going to be switching server host or providers, because this it seems like most people on the server, if there's any more than one person, there seems to be a lot of lag issues. So even with even 2 people on the server, there are times where it gets so glitchy and so slow that, you know, I can sit there and be trying to break blocks, and then it basically rubber bands me back, and I have to break the same 3 or 4 blocks over and over again at times. Or I can sit there and be trying to eat food, I have to sit there and hold the right mouse button down for, 10 seconds before it actually takes. So it sounds like more people are actually having that issue. It's not just isolated to a few people. It seems like everybody is having that issue. So it sounds like we're going to be switching server providers. I can't remember if he said next week or next month, but because this works for now, but it definitely isn't where it should be, especially given the fact that we're going to want to keep expanding. And we don't really have that much stuff going on right now. Like, when it comes to us, we don't have, like, anything automated really running all the time, right? So we have the cows up there. They're not really doing anything, though, unless we go up there and manually do it. The farm isn't doing anything unless we go up there or go over there and manually harvest it. The AFK fish farm, it's, I guess, automated when we're up there holding down our right mouse button. But otherwise, it's not doing anything when it's not in use. So it's like we're not doing anything crazy. And, just something to remember. What do we got here? We have like a single smelter down here that's just going all the time. We throw fuel in there, stuff up above, and, yeah, working on a ton of fish because we've had this thing going quite a bit. We have not quite emptied it out last time. I actually threw some miscellaneous stuff in here because the chests up above are getting so bad as well. So eventually we're going to have to go through and organize chests and make a proper storage room. I think that's going to be one of the things that we do here relatively soon, because I have these chests up here, but they're not really organized in any form or fashion. Like this one over there is purely random. This one here tends to be like either wooden or stone materials, but as you can see, there's like sunflowers in here. It doesn't make sense. This one over here tends to be valuable items and other miscellaneous things like rotten flesh. Otherwise, it has like our conduit, our diamonds, our emeralds, our gas tier, like things that are maybe important to us. But then we have like golden chest plate and golden boots that are about to break. Don't really matter. This is the only one that's like actually organized, and this is like ready to go, finished goods, cooked food. In which we try to throw a bunch of it out there too in case people need it. I advertise that chest out there as like free for taking. If people need food, they can come and grab it. And then this bottom one's also random, not organized. These ones over here are organized in the fact that these are bows, these are fishing rods, these are for the most part, other fishing drops. But and that's maybe about as organized as that would get, really. And then over here, it's like I got enchanted books and terracotta for some reason, and glowstone are along the bottom, and then down here is just all books. So it's like not really organized a ton. And then in here, that's where I'm going to put treasure maps. This is an empty one in case I need to take anything off my inventory. I can know what I had on me if I put it in there. And that's it, really. Otherwise it's not organized. These ones out here I guess are too. These are finished goods, whereas these are seeds and the hoe. So that's kind of where we're at right now. So my plan here is, first of all, I have these signs that were originally in here that talked about making a micro farm, finding a skeleton spawner, that kind of stuff. Let's break these real quick because I think the last thing we're going to do in this episode today is we're going to, let's get some materials real quick and do, okay, we have some stone, got some stone stairs. That should work. But let's make these up into bricks. See how long that took? It took quite a while. Can you do... You can't do stone brick fences, can you? I thought you could, but perhaps not. Can I do... I might need some more signs. So let's do that. Let's do this. So we're up to 5 signs. Woohoo. Probably not gonna do anything too crazy. But out here, let's go ahead and make a little structure of some kind real quick. Because I want to have kind of our goals, right? So on other servers and at other times, I do kind of a like an ideas board or a goals type thing. We'll do this one 3 high to start with. If we have to make it bigger later, we can. It's not a big deal. You know what? Good enough for me. It's just a little board. So we need to have some goals, right? So we have currently kind of this area over here reserved in a kind of a big structure. We have that area up on the hill reserved as well. I'm starting to think that we need to maybe have one as more of our... One of them is going to be more of our personal base long term, right? And the other one I almost want to make more of as a shop, because we're not really doing a shopping district on this season, like where, you know, everybody's shops are all together. But, you know, I thought that maybe we could have we can have a shop of our own where we can sell some of our goods, right? So it's like, if we are good at producing just whatever it might be, you know, we can sell that to other players and try to make a profit. And, you know, maybe we will, maybe we won't. But it's like we could either sell farm goods, we could sell, you know, we can get a sugarcane farm up and going and sell like paper products, so bookshelves, enchanting tables to go with it. So like we could even make like a enchanting, like a full enchanting area like package and just like sell that all as one. Like I've thought about doing that. So like where you have the enchanting table and, you know, 15, 16 bookcases in one package. You pay one price and get the whole thing. That'd be kind of neat. Also, the big one might be selling books. I mean, I know a number of people have the AFK farms, but it's like, I don't know about them, but I've had a hard time getting mending books especially. But mending books, I think, are always going to be kind of a rarity. And I haven't gotten into villager trading yet, but maybe that could be another way for us to obtain them. But we could sell like that kind of stuff in a shop. I think this one over here would probably be the shop out of the 2 locations we've reserved, because this is right off the portal anyway. And we might even bring this forward and include the portal like basically as part of the entrance to the shop itself. And it's like, well, this shop would be pretty big, but I think that the whole thing wouldn't be a shop. Like the front part, the front like quarter of it, maybe the front half, would end up being a shop, and the back portion would be more of like a employee access only type area where we're actually putting the farms, right? So we could put the sugarcane farm in the back that's producing the paper and whatnot to make the products that we sell in the front. And I think that might be pretty nice. We could even like put our we could eventually even move the cow farm like down here, or if we want to do a different mob like a pig or sheep or something like that, we could move all that stuff in here. And that's maybe a little bit further away from us. Otherwise, we just keep it here. But I think that ends up meaning that area up there that we reserved will eventually be our like long-term base. So just something to kind of look forward to. So we want to build our shop. Is going to be one of the items, and this isn't going to be anything like super organized or something great. I want to build a. I don't have to put build in front of everything, do I? I want to do a sugar cane farm. Can I fit that on one line? I can. Okay, so sugarcane farm is also going to be on there. So we're going to build a shop, build a sugarcane farm. That's kind of the short-term things. Another one I haven't really talked about is I want to build like an actual path. So right now there isn't really like a defined path, and I've noticed that like if I get on my horse and try to ride to like Hanzo's or ride to spawn, there isn't a great way to do it. Like what I've kind of resorted to right now is I built this path to here, and if I go up over this way, I did build a makeshift bridge, which is just cobblestone, like right there, to get across the water. But I think we could do better than that. We can build like an actual bridge that arches over and allows for people to, you know, use a boat or whatever to go underneath it in the water. That might be nice. And then continuing, basically building a path and continuing it all the way over towards spawn. I think that would be beneficial. It'd be nice for us, it'd be nice for other people. I know that people are kind of starting to use the nether a bit more now, but I think that might be another one as well. So let me put that on the list. We're going to put our horse back. So we want to make a path to spawn. Well, I should say towards spawn, because that's also going to include making a path like towards Hanzo himself. And then long term, we might build a path over like that way towards Forester and Fire, but that's not a huge priority at the moment. So those are kind of my goals right now. And then, yeah, kind of going from there. And then, you know, I'd like to maybe gas-proof the nether a little bit, but that's not really something that's one of my specialties, so I'd really like to do that with somebody else or partner with multiple people to help work on that. So I'm going to put that down here. Gassed proof the nether hub. Because that was a pain in the ass. I got hit multiple times, and that was actually one of my deaths, was to a ghast. Because I was just getting constantly bombarded. There was like 3 of them that had spawned all at once, and as soon as I thought I was away from one, I got like hit by another. So all different things to have a goal for. And then this last one I'm just going to throw here just so it's on the board, but really that will be the end of kind of our planning stage, I guess, for today. So I think for next time we're going to maybe start looking into building up the shop a little bit. We might not get done completely, but starting to build the shop and then possibly laying the groundwork, or at least kind of the outline of where we want that sugarcane farm to go. Like I said, the sugarcane farm is probably going to go towards the back and, you know, be kind of in that back area. Shop front is going to be here in this very front area. So we might level out some terrain, you know, fill in some dirt in some places that need to be filled in, and go from there. But I guess at this point we're running a little bit long, so let's go ahead and finish and wrap up here. And we will go ahead and continue that here in the next episode. So we'll go ahead and see you guys later.